All right. So, first thing you're going to notice right away, camera works, and I have no idea why, but here I am. So, let me just pop the reason we're here in the chat. So I've got my due diligence done, and we're going to plug my phone in to charge because reasons. Dopamine. Reasons. Mobile live dashboard. Manage your channel directly from your phone. Yeah, why not? Not that I need to necessarily because I've got Streamlabs open, but you know, it's there. That's all right, isn't it? There are worse things. So, stream number 2 for Stream for Mind. So now you can see I am rocking the blue live. But let's just get right into it. So this is my shop. It is day 8 of TCG Unit. And so we are going to have some fun with the Plinky Plonkies. Just get my bearings again. Right, so I'm level 9. I've got some stock on the floor. Card sleeves. So, if you haven't played it before, it's quite a fun game, I would say. It actually has grown on me. I wasn't sure what to make of it when I first saw it. I have a theory about these sorts of games. That they're easy to make, as in compared to other games, which is why they're made a lot. And look, just to be clear, as I order some more stock to top up my shelves, just to be clear, more power to them, right? That goes without saying. I have the utmost respect for anybody who can make a game. I have done it myself in a very small scale way. It is hard, right? It is difficult. So, yeah, nothing but love for those who can achieve such things. Good for you. Right, so, see a couple of viewers have joined me. Welcome, welcome. I am in the process right now of putting some stock in order. So the way this game delivers your stock is it just turns, oh yeah, push it open. It just turns up outside the door, and stinky people live in your shop. There are certain things that, you know, certain universality to, oh 2, oh lucky me. Day 8 is obviously Smelly Man Day. Every day is Smelly Man Day. Right, ring this up. £91. Look at that, banging. £9 back to you, sir. £6. The prices on some of these things are berserk. £73 for 3 deck boxes. I know they have a, you know, some shops get a wrap, but oh, hang on, I forgot. Don't need the decimal. I know some shops get a wrap, but it does seem a little bit excessive. And actually, so for those who didn't see my first stream on this, which I did last week, I am actually one of the more modest priced things. I am pricing at a slight, not a loss, but I'm pricing at a very low margin, because my thought process was the faster I sell packs and cards, the quicker I level up, and then I can order more stuff. And sure enough, it has proven to be quite lucrative, because I've ended up with a level 9 shop after a week. Alright. That's now, what was it, £4.67. Let's make that market price plus 10. That's what I do on these. Right, what are you buying? £17.50's worth of dice. £8.72. There you go. Leave. I'm glad you're buying my stock, but cleaning products aren't exactly the thing I think will take us forwards. well, its debt boxes are probably the money item, because I've made back all the cost of all the stock I ordered in that last 2 hours of trading time. Right, so that now I can put on the shelf. Any more room for those? Box that back up. What are you buying the rare packs? I can put that back, that's fine. Hey, you don't work here, get out of it. Get out of it. Okay, you bought a card, get back in it. I seem to recall being one of the cheapest. I don't know if you get, like, you don't get competition. What the hell just happened there? Like a Lovecraftian horror game. Or Creepy Watson from the old Sherlock Holmes. I'm making a roaring trade on the old cards now. Look at that. Wow! This guy's awesome. I've actually turned a small profit on all the stock I ordered. Ba-bow. So, I've been going for about 6 minutes and I haven't actually talked about why we're here. So, we're here because I want to raise money for Mind. Because I think mental health's a really good cause. And I've got selfish reasons for doing this as well. It's not just about benevolence. Because if I was, given the impression that I was fully kind of anything other than a flawed individual capable of selfishness, then I'd be lying, wouldn't I? Hang on, what's happened there? There we go. Try to open it. What was that? I just felt a thump. I presume my baby is still awake. And it's taken to violence, as is her wont. It's her age duck. Whoa! Look at that. Do you want some cards to go with those sleeves? £9.75. So you can, in this game, I have once or twice I think, you can opt to give them back more change, so you have an easier time. But the problem with that is, I don't get any sort of ability to reduce the amount of change I hold. So then what's the point? Okay, that can go in there. So there will be no, I'm already going to call this now, there will be no stream tomorrow because my wife has been very patient with me for the last 2 days and I will need to step in and help out tomorrow. So no stream. Just putting it out there now. So it'll be most likely, I would think, this week's schedule will be, obviously I did 2 Point Campus yesterday. Tomorrow I'm not doing anything. Obviously I'm in the middle of a stream right now. This is happening. You're watching it. This is it. This is what we do. And then Thursday I'm out, so I can't stream anyway, and I don't particularly want to record my friends. Whoa! Just chucked it all at me. Very aggressive. Unnecessary, sir. What do you think this is, a Bethesda shop? Whoa, okay. I take it back. You can chuck what you like at me, mate. 36. Oh dear. One of everything. There you go. Legend. You are. Let me just get a good look at you, sir. Apart from the fact your eyes seem to be turned out inside your head, you're a legend. And either way, I mean, in that case, we'd still talk about you, wouldn't we? Right, tell you what. These aren't exactly flying off the shelves. So I'm going to put a couple in my hand. One of the nice things about this game is it also scratches a different itch I have. Pulling absolute balls. Tell you what. I'm going to have to go power through it. Sorry, sir, I know you're waiting. But, in my defense, I can't remember the button command to come out of pack opening mode. So I'm just going to have to power through it. I must have had 5. Oh, hello. That'd be a nice tidy 40. There we go. Right, sir. My apologies. £13. He's playing Walter White. Look at that. He's got a veiny head. Do you see that there? It's not just me, is it? Might be hard to see on the stream. But he's got a very prominent red mark in a really unfortunate position on his bald pink head. It looks like a willy. Right. God, it's been a good day. Right, let's stick some of the other cards on here. So the only trick with doing market price plus 10%, which is my standard sort of quick and simple way to sell cards, is 2 things. First of all, I don't get the round prices I would like. More importantly, it does mean when you get up into the sort of, I'd say £25 plus range in terms of the price of cards, 10% is quite a big jump. So then you might find yourself not being able to sell it. Oh, hello. Sorry. Should have knocked. I hear that's what you do. Do. Right, tell you what. I'm going to start this up with this. Okay, cool. Emptying that box. Lovely. Right, I'm going to put the light on because it's going to get dark soon. Oh, it was you, was it? Oh, hey. Nice. He's had the £40 card already. Look at that. You got some strange hair going on, sir. Peculiar do. And this is me talking. I'll play with what I got. What I got ain't much. Oh, hello. What's going on here? Amraj Bassi. Welcome, sir. Good to see you. Notice how good my audio is. I've only just got the video working again. For those who missed my stream yesterday, the beginning of it all, this whole for mind thing, I had some real unexplained and still to this day unknown issues with my camera, where it just would not turn on. Every time I tried to enable it, it would just sort of blink a bit like it was thinking about it and then just not do anything. Sorry, just accidentally violating this poor man, whose only crime was standing where I'm also standing. Right, let's just price these up. I'll be right with you. I can see I've got a queue forming. Commerce 46.92. Oh, ba-bam. Right, £7.71. £1.60. So what's very cool is thanks to lovely folks like Mr. Amraj Bassi, I've now hit. What's mad is when I announced I was doing this, I was expecting, might pick up a couple of follows, maybe get a little bit more viewership. A lot of things have happened that have been very strange the last couple of days already. The folks at Arcade Attack, the podcast, very kindly shared this stream everywhere on their socials, and I'm a little bit. I'm in awe, really. It's just so nice and so considerate. So if you're watching Arcade Attack, my sincere thanks. It's very kind of you. You didn't have to do that. I'm obviously very grateful that you did. But yeah, just a lovely, lovely thing to do. Don't know me from Adam, but shared it anyway. He's going to want me to play with him, isn't it? It's going to be awkward. Because I can't play the game, I'm not allowed. It's part of the mechanics. Apparently it's coming in a later update. They're going to be adding the ability to actually play the game. I'm not sure. I always find that strange. I backed a Kickstarter a couple of weeks ago for a video game. And it was about running a board game cafe. And I thought it was a neat idea. And it looked like it had very much like a Stardew Valley influence, which I really liked. And it's an art style I could vibe with. So I kickstarted for the base game and, went in at the base level. First thing I see within about a couple of hours of backing it is I went on the comments. I'm always interested in the Kickstarter comments. Oh, hello. Almost done. I'm just going to let them engage in their comments because it's a bit of a freebie. Anyway, so I look in the comments on Kickstarter and the first question is, oh, this is brilliant. It'd be great to be able to have every single game that's in the board game cafe playable. It's like, that's quite a lot of work, I would guess. It's like, this is probably, I'm going to guess, a small development team making this thing because it needs to be kickstarted. Like, what? So I was going, oh, you know what? You know what'd be really good inside this game is if there was 47 other games. It's like, yeah, it'd be great, but I imagine they're probably quite tired now. It's, like I said, I've got utmost respect for people who make games for a living or even for a hobby because I've done it. It's hard. And I managed, even what I was doing was not by any stretch of the imagination. Ooh, £20 card. It wasn't by any stretch of the imagination pushing the limits of technology. What I was doing, it was a very basic choose your own adventure game built in 2D Unity. And look, it was good. I made a good game. I made a complete game. I was very happy with that because that's probably, I think, in fact, I remember talking to somebody who makes games and they told me as much, but I imagine it's true for a lot of developers, is scope. The temptation is to make a huge game to learn all the skills. And actually, oh blimey, look at that. I got a Steam achievement. I don't know if you can see that from there because I'm in the way, my stupid face. The downside, of course, of being on the stream. I've just seen that message, I'll come back to it. The downside, of course, of having a face is people can see your face. Albion Craft, I see your face. Yes, you do, sir. How are you? Good to see you again. And yeah, once again, I've just been waxing enthusiastic about your kindness and the subsequent kindness of Arcade Attack in sharing this, far and wide. I thought, so lovely. Just once again, I'm very, very grateful. I know I don't necessarily sound enthused, but I am just very, very tired. Obviously, I finished this stream last night. What was the one? Obviously, I was doing 2 Point Campers last night. Finished that about, what's it called? Like 11 or so, I think I ended up finishing. Went to bed shortly after that and up again at 6 to do that. That's too much. I can't order that much. That's crazy. Don't need that many types of colours of dice. Let's just get one. Let's just get some red ones. I've lost track of what sold well, to be honest. Right, let's open this up. Albion Craft says, yeah, they're good guys. And look, like I say, they didn't have to do anything, right? All they had to do was say, oh, that's brilliant. Good for him. Good luck to him. But no, they shared it. I mean, I saw it on Instagram. I saw it on Twitter. I saw it again. When did I see it again? Instagram. I think they did a story as well as a post. And look, it's lovely, I'm not going to grumble one iota about it. I think it's incredibly generous of them. They didn't have to do a damn thing. I would have been grateful if they'd just said good luck. But they've shared it far and wide and say, I'm at a record right now. Welcome to the chat. 5 people. That is a Rob Wade Vision record. And look, there may be cynics who say it's deserved. They may be right. £8.05. haven't had any smelly people I remember today. This is good news. No, they're not welcome. Colour of their money is all I care about. But I can do without them because other customers complain. True story. Also in this game, that happens a lot. Right. God dear. It's gone a bit threadbare, to be honest. It don't help. Well, it's a nice problem to have, I guess, but it doesn't help that I don't get a chance to stock the shelves before they're gone again. Right, let's get some dice on the shelves. Get another set up. Those will sell. They always do. People love their dice. I love my dice. I've got so many more sets than games I play. I've probably got, having said that, as many... Oh, hang on. Am I about to throw a box away? It's probably worth a Steam achievement for being an idiot, but I was... What? Probably could have done that. Oh well. Right. See? Said they'd go. Bring it up. Albion says, clickety-clickety math shapes. Yeah, clickety-clackety math shape. This is right. I have many clickety-clackety math shapes in lots of beautiful colours. No, I haven't got any space left for sleeves. What have I got in the way of space? Hang on. There we go. Get 32 on there. Oh, blimey, I can get loads more. 48, look at that. I know that guy, I'm fairly sure. The funny thing about this game, because they're all kind of assembled from a series of parts, there's a good chance you probably know somebody who looks a bit like it. It's quite clever, really, in a way. Albion Craft says, I spent far too much on a set at MCM last year. I have flashy RGB ones too. Do you know, I've given some thought to buying some RGB ones, but I ended up deciding against it because the ones I was looking at were crazy expensive for what they were. And I am not short of dice, as I mentioned, so I'm trying to be good. I'm just not very good at it. £1. Yeah, stupid prices. Ain't that the truth, brother? Some of the stuff, I think, while it's great that the kind of nerdification of the world and all the things that sort of Critical Role and stuff of that ilk has done to kind of mainstream the hobbies and stuff like that is brilliant. It has opened the door to a lot of money spent to not very much effect. Oh, hang on a minute. I need to come across, because it's flagged one of your chat messages. And there a B to get back in the holder. It's like key stage 8 shape shortages. That's fine. Use permitted. Apparently I've just declared that phrase, the words inside it are good to go forever. It's like, no, context does matter, but in this case I felt it was acceptable. I want to drop the price on those rares. I actually don't think I'm sending any. I'm selling any rather. Oh, okay. Do you know what? I'm just going to shut up. £67 without buying any rare cards. Hint, hint. See this? I was about to say this guy's got the right idea, but for £1.54, he could buck those ideas up a touch. That's all I'll say. I wonder if this buys into the psychological effect that, if you have... I was talking about this with a workmate the other day. I think, me personally, if I look on a shelf and I see a full shelf, I'm very likely to go, oh, they've got plenty, I'll come back, and I don't buy it. If the shelf is empty, I will go, oh, I don't want to deprive somebody else, I won't buy it. I need it to be And this is, I appreciate, as I say this, how strange this is. How peculiar. But I need it to be stocked, but not full. I'll have a look on the first chapter booster if it's going. I did see, funny enough, off the back of our conversation yesterday about trading card games, I did have a look at some Lorcana stuff on the shelf in Asda's today. Other supermarkets are available. But, you know, depending on the size of them, you don't always get Lorcana stuff to look at. £7.48. Let's do it. Right. Just looking at the stream numbers because I'm a bit of a fiend, a bit of a dopamine addict. And acknowledging that there are 5 people in the chat seems to have put one person off because they've gone. Oh dear, that's very funny, I find, if I'm honest. Right, let's see. Okay, so keep that. Starter decks, good to go deck for one person. Yeah, they were starter decks. Yeah, I think they. I mean, to be fair, the shop I would go in for boosters wouldn't be Asda's. It would be the board game cafe around the corner from where I work, literally over the road, in fact. And yeah, I mean, because it's a tabletop game shop, they obviously reserve the right to charge whatever price they want, and sometimes that's a price I don't necessarily agree with. They do have some good prices on stuff. It's not to say they never do. £64, that's pretty good. There is a box called Gateway that is the best introduction. Alright, noted. Should I ever wish to go down that route, I will keep in mind that Gateway is it's the gateway, isn't it? The one at the end of the high street. Which town do you think I mean? Because mine, where I work, is just round the corner from a board game cafe and... Oh no, I think you're thinking of where I used to live. No, this is where I work now, which is a few towns over. I told you it's Gravesend, right? Half hour in the car from where I am. Not bad at all. But yeah, it's not on the end of the high street. It is round the back. So past the Pocahontas statue. Mug and Meeple, they're called. They're very, very nice in there. I just can't. It's nothing to do with their prices, to be honest, and everything to do with me not being able to justify spending the money. You've moved to Gravo. I haven't moved to Gravo, what's it called? For residence. I've moved there for work. So I work out of an office in Gravesend now. That's what I was saying yesterday, that it was ideal because it's like a half an hour journey in the car versus obviously the train into London. It was you I saw in Burger King. Was I with a guy who looks very similar to me? Because yes, in which case, yes, that was me and my colleague who I was just talking about. Who we were talking about the psychology of shelf stack of like shelf. He was the guy I was talking to about shelves. So yeah, in fact, yeah, if it was me and him, then yes, that was me you saw. I do work there, and I do frequent that Burger King, to be honest, far too often. Because to be honest, I have to say, I've found Burger King, I really still absolutely adore the food, but the service is just so woeful in some of those branches. Oh, I accidentally started giving out weird change, so let's keep it going. Just click, click, click. 50p. Mug and Meeple then. Yeah, that's what I mean, yeah. That's my local tabletop game shop now. Because there is nothing in my town where I live. In fact, I mean that you can say that generally. There's nothing in my town where I live. A couple of cold winters and demographics changed beyond recognition. And I think the shop's kind of... Oh. It'll, well, that's a time saver. So if I just do that, it does market price plus 10% as a shortcut. For goodness sake. Can't eat it, fat boy got gout. I'll see you there at some point then. Just text me, mate. I'm pretty sure if you haven't got my number, you've got my messenger. You can 100% do lunch or something. Don't have to go there. There's loads of places I'm happy to go and eat in Gravesend. I'll even go to Bakers and Baristas, even though I think it's, for what it is, it's quite expensive. I'll still go there. It's nice. And then they're really nice in there. They look after you really well. Very friendly. And the food is nice, to be fair. It's just I'm a cheapskate. Right. I think it's worth me. What do I need? Rare packs. Lure packs. Top those up. How many have I got left in here? 16. That's too many to open for myself. I'll take 4 out. This will be a surefire way to ensure that the till gets busy. I couldn't make it up. He's behind me, I can see. Look, just over there. Unreal. Oh, look at that, £16. Lovely. They are getting a bit better. £12. Lovely. Right, almost done. I'm getting some junk again. Right, so I've hit level 10. Do I unlock anything? I haven't actually checked to see if I unlock any new stuff. Before I open the shop on day 10, this is clipping through at about the same pace it was. So I managed to get through, last stream I did was about 2 hours, and I got through a week's worth of shop, of commerce. About the same so far. But yeah, I mean, Albion, if you want to go for lunch, I'll quite happily get you something. It's the least I can do after you gave me those books. Because we got a fair bit of use out of those, although she does seem to now have moved on to other books. She had us drop today for the first time, a nursery. Young madam. They grow up so fast. And turn into jerks. But she's my little jerk. Right. They're happy playing by themselves. Let's see what I've got at level 10. What does level 10 give me? Get one of them. Let's do that. Get another one of them. Perfect. Do I want to get licensed to do plushies? No. It feels wrong. Card sleeves. Oh, licensed card sleeves. Let's get some licensed ones. A couple of bags of those. Bags. You know what I mean. Right. Oh, she's going to buy some stuff. Get away from my stock. Mutant. Oh, midriff. There you go. Buy this. Oh, blimey, you could play out all sorts of social awkwardness on here, couldn't you? Look at that. So, I was saying earlier, so let me recap where I was. Let me reorient myself. I've lost my train. Crazy. I was expecting, if I'm honest, in terms of output from the stream, that I would get, a handful of new views, maybe a couple of followers, and I'd raise a bit of money for charity. What's really interesting so far is the charity bit is quiet, I would say, it's fair to say. Although I'm just going to do a bit of periodic plugging in the stream chat. Just to make sure that's nice and unambiguous. Anyway, can you pin... Oh, yes, I'm just going to pin it. It's easier, isn't it? End the stream. Fine, let's just do that. Saves me a job every 20 minutes, doesn't it? I was expecting, a little bit of viewing, and then I'd pick up a couple of, maybe a couple of new followers. I've seen my follower count double in this time, which is wonderful. Mad. Don't quite get it, but, you know, I'm grateful. Can never say anything other than that. Ooh, that's a rougher day. So I think, oh, it's upgrade costs. All right, those are I only hit those once, so that's not so bad. Upgrade costs you only pay once, and then you can unlock the cool new stuff that you didn't have before, so it's worth it in the end. Oop, hang on. I go back on. Put that there. It's only going to whittle down my... It's going to go straight into opening in this one. Got my stock. I've got plenty of stock. No issues there. No worries around stock. What I have worries around is money. So I need people to start spending some. That'll work. Slowly but steady. Let's get a couple of packs open. Just go ahead and whip through a few of these. I don't know why I'm looking at the blue ones. They're junk. He says, pulling three new cards. Whether they're three actually new cards, or are they ones that are new to me, or are they actually ones I've never had before? I'll be right with you. See, I don't think I could run a shop like this in reality. I think, in actual fact, I would be too keen to open the merchandise. And I know this because a friend of mine and I actually did buy some stock with a mind to potentially opening a store later. We actually got quite far with it, has to be said. But yeah, sorry, Mitch Hedberg. Haha. I need some more like Mitch Hedberg and Colonel Sanders did something untoward. Crazy, it's a game and I can smell the shop. It'd be a killer. Yeah. So, yeah. Must say, I'm definitely getting what I wanted from this in terms of streaming. I used to run a news agents and I always bought scratch cards after people lost on them. What? You don't mean the scratch card, you bought the scratch card they just lost on from them. You mean they lost and you decided the next one must be a winner and you bought one, right? You didn't just buy a known loser. You'll support a known loser, but you didn't buy. Yeah, alright, cool. I'm just making sure I understand you correctly. You didn't just... Oh, don't worry, mate, I'll buy off you. That'd be really gallant of you, but very strange. Right, have I got 8 spaces there? There's 6. 2 more. There we go. Do like the symmetry of this. Satisfies something very kind of primal in me. No, hang on. Didn't get a decimal in that. It's the satisfaction of a full shelf and an empty box. Being able to bin them is very cathartic. It's one of the reasons I think I enjoyed Arcade Paradise. Right, let's do market price. Yeah, that worked. How much do these run at? 25. Why? Hang on. Why are the rare packs cheaper? Am I overcharging for these now? Is that why they're not really selling great? Hang on, are you trying to do a trade price, you cheeky bastard? £24. Why did he pay £19.71? I think he's done me there. I have to chase him down. They need a mod where it mixes up with GTA or something. You can just go after them. Right, market price £3.29. Around that. No. No, go back down to 350. Okay, that's a good number. That'll work. Right. Oh, good. Somebody's buying some cards. Marvellous. Right, that's what I need. So, those are already pretty well stocked up. May have made an error in buying some of them. These are alright. I've got plenty of sleeves. Not going to run out of them anytime soon. Without some serious change in commerce. Change £10.55. Might as well not bothered. Oh, miles away. Oh, okay. Didn't buy anything, but did. He played for a bit, so he's alright. He's welcome back. They're all welcome back, ultimately. They're not real. So I don't bear any real actual grudges. So let's go back to page 1. That's the best one I got. I'll make that market price plus 10. And we'll make that market price plus 10. Get some cash coming in. Let's get some rare packs open again. Top my stock up. Right. Here we go. 2 of them. Just the 2. So Cody Cast, who the first person I saw play this on stream, made me intrigued enough to download the prologue version. I love that games are going in that direction, by the way. More games need demos. Whoa! £106. Banging. Look at that. Right. Hey. Right, what have I got left that I need to stock? Tell you what, let's just stock this up. Get this box a bit more whittled down. Right, we're going to go market price plus 10 on this one. And we're going to go market price plus 10 on this one. 12.22. Lovely stuff. Right. Okay, so my players have stopped playing. Mitch Hedberg's older brother's gone. Haha. Carrot Top's more serious sibling. £8. So, conversation topic for this evening. Chat. Have you ever been a collector of a TCG? Are you still a collector of a TCG? And if so, which one? So, I have, in the past, collected, I don't think I collected any. I did pick up quite a lot of Magic at one point, with a mind to playing. But, as is often the case with me, the spirit is willing, calendar's weak. Although, it's funny, you look back on it now and you think, blimey, I really did have a lot more time than I used to think. It's just energy. Like I was saying yesterday on the stream about 2 Point, while we were talking about 2 Point Campus and just generally about life and, some of the struggles you suffer, you kind of endure when you're, going through life trying to kind of earn a crust and so on. You just, ooh, hello. Oh, you have to load it. Okay, fine. So that's been ordered. Then I'll order some more cleanser. Ooh, I've left myself no room for products to actually order. That may have been an error. So let's make it just as they come through the door there. I'm hoping this is a rare card because I really need some stock money with which to order stock. I might have overcooked this. Oh, blimey, sorry, Abin, I missed a few messages. I never had before, but I started Lorcana when it came out as last year as I adored the artwork. I've now inherited my daughter's Pokemon and now I'm aiming towards a slippery slope. My wife is collecting the Buffy original cards. Did they have a trading card game? On Buffy? I don't remember them having a trading card game. I remember there being... The only thing I remember for Buffy is they did a legendary conversion, as in like the legendary game system. They made a Buffy version, because I remember they did a bunch of licensed ones. They did Alien, they did Predator, they did Bond, because I have that one. They did Buffy, they did Marvel's the main one. Then DC has its own. Cryptozoic makes a DC one rather, not a Disney one, a DC one that's pretty good. The ones I've played anyway. Yeah, a TCG and thousands of collector card sets. Collector card sets, I can imagine. I can picture that. I have no problem picturing that. But the yeah, a TCG. I did not know that was a thing that they did for Buffy. That's a weird choice. So yeah, I did. I did also actually. I forgot the first one I ever got into was I played Yu-Gi-Oh for a number of years. By a number of years, I mean 2. That is a number. Look it up. Oh, a CCG. I've done that. Just did that thing where you don't quite process what's been written or said until you sort of turn away and your brain starts whirring. It's a CCG, but still playable. Yeah, okay, fair enough. I mean, I'd hope it's, it's a game, isn't it? You hope it's playable. Right, I'm almost done for the old trading day. This has been very much another. I don't think it's been a profit drive. It's been a big profitable day, if I'm honest. You're looking for cleanser. I'm just about to order some. So do you want me to? Tell you what. Let me see if I can get it in before you leave. Pay 5 delivery, but be worth it. Okay, so that's in there. Oh, balls. Right, let me just get rid of that. Balls. Alright, fine. It's gone anyway. Alright. So yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! That was my first. Played that for a year or two with my mate. He was the one actually that I was going to go into business with, running a shop. And yeah, like I say we went quite far with the concept, we were talking to banks about business loans and looking up, eyeing up premises and stuff. We took it quite a long way. I think what ended up happening was we got nervous. And we got nervous because in order to test the water, we bought some stock to try to see kind of how much we could, how easily it would sell. The problem became all we could afford to do, because we couldn't get a contract, because we weren't a business yet, we couldn't get a sort of, trade volume agreement with any kind of distributor, to the point where actually some of them flat out said, we won't deal with you until you've got a bricks and mortar store, which is fair enough. But then, because we couldn't do that, all we could do was buy on eBay, at which point you're not far off paying retail, which obviously then makes it very hard to make any money. So we didn't make any money. In fact, we had a hard time shifting the stuff we had. And we just got, we took that as a sign that it wasn't for us. I think in hindsight, 2 things. One, had I had a garage or any kind of storage space, I'd have gone proper aggressive on buying stock in and storing it somewhere, and then we'd have had a proper, we'd have been able to get a bit more volume and thus get a bit of money off. And then the other thing as well is, I actually think the upswing of board game cafes was vindication that we actually were onto something, because that was our thought process too. We were going to do that in 2006. With that said, might have been too early. Board game cafes, and we had an idea for 3 kind of main pillars of the business, one of which dropped out kind of part way through, but it was going to be tabletop and video games as a kind of one-stop. And yeah, just didn't get to take it anywhere, but you know, I still think we could have done something with it, given a chance. I think, you know, spoke to him tonight. We're very smart boys, and we both would have taken it seriously, because it would have been, you know, not only a matter of pride, but also about our livelihood, which you always want to take seriously, don't you? I feel very breathless this evening. Don't know why. Maybe I'm just tired. Well, that worked well, didn't it? There we go. Oh, it's off. That'd be why. Right. Leave Stington. Ah, oh, darn it. I've gone and sat down at a stinky table. Nods. So, Albion says, yeah, sounds like a dream, but would definitely come with its stresses. Yeah, mate, you're not wrong. Not least of all, you know, 2020, 2021, everything shuts down. You know, I think Playopolis was really clever, the way they handled the pandemic. And I mean, considering how, you know, the proximity at which I lived to Playopolis, at one point, really didn't make enough use of that place. But yeah, they had a genius idea during pandemic, which was to start running quiz nights with a paid entry per table. It's really smart, because it was just, you know, pretty much all margin. I know the guy in my town is always treading water. Is that where you live, you mean? I didn't realise there was one there. Is there one there? Well, a board game cafe, or just a tabletop shop in general? Oh, blimey. They bought the £150 card. Right, hang on. Do this right. Make this minimally disruptive for the person who spent lots of lovely money. £11. That's an easy one. Dartford. I didn't realise there was a tabletop shop in Dartford, is there? Blimey. I mean, that probably might explain part of the reason why they're not getting a lot of footfall, because nobody knows where they are. Because I wouldn't say I'm the most switched on when it comes to local businesses, but I'd like to think if there was a shop like that, you know, 10-15 minute car journey from where I work, I would have been over there to at least have a look. I'm surprised my mate. I'm surprised Dave's never told me about it. He must have gone there to flyer. Not really TT, bit of everything, lovely guy. Oh, that's good. It's actually, do you ever find it's like, it's worse when you see a shop struggling and they're nice? It makes it way worse. But you know, this is fitting, isn't it, that we talk about mental health, and we talk about sort of struggling and stuff, and actually it's very relevant. It's very, you know, relevant to the discussion, is, you know, how people kind of, I know what I mean, sort of. I can get cheaper online, but you know, yeah, I know what you mean, mate. It's, even if you can, sometimes you don't feel like you should. You feel kind of weird about it and a bit bad, but yeah, because ultimately, it's all well and good saying, oh, you know, the so and so can drop their prices, but actually, they've got a lot more costs that Amazon and your sort of online retailers don't have. Just because they don't have to pay for, you know, as much electricity to keep a shop running. It's a lot more than just keeping a light on in the warehouse unit. Not to say that people aren't without it. Yeah, every business comes with its costs, and they're just in different places. I mean, I used to know a really good analogy about it, which is like those slot machines that you get in pubs. The ones with the the dozens of very similar slot machines and quiz games and stuff like that. There's a stat on there called return to player, RTP. On a machine like that, it's about 75%. What that means, I'm just out of breath again. My own fault for talking so long without a break. What that means, the RTP will be about 75% on a machine like in a Wetherspoons or what have you. On an online shop, when you play on you play online on the casino website or what have you, the RTP is 90 to 95%. And the reason is because what do they have to pay? No maintenance on the machine, because it's not physically anywhere, it's on somebody's computer in a web browser. The staff they pay, rather than being men who have to, repairmen who have to be sort of fired all around the country in a van. They've got a development team. Yeah, okay. Developers are expensive, but the amount of margin you can make on, paying one. I mean, obviously you don't have one development team for the bigger sites. Have got dozens of developers and hundreds of employees generally. But just talking generally, it's a different set of costs, and some of them are much smaller, but they come with their own, downsides. Movie Shack in Bexley Heath is also brilliant for TCG. Is that the one? Is it the one that's kind of outside the Broadway? That it looks like a sort of a little bit of everything shop, but sort of with a nerdy flavour. I think I know the one you mean, because of my position as a travelling wrestling commentator, hence the comfort with a headset and waffling on. I should be more comfortable with the idea that nobody might ever hear what I have to say, shouldn't I, really? Because it's not like I commentate in a way that the live crowd can hear. In the Broadway by HMV. Oh, next time I go there, I'll have to visit that, because it sounds cool, if nothing else. What does that mean? What's this button here? Oh, okay. Price has gone up. What am I charging? It'd be good if it showed me what I was charging for these. Alright, let's have a quick look at the old reviews. Good stuff. System Gate 1. Do you know what? Let's have it. I don't know what this means, but I like the idea that you could buy Speed Robo games. Oh yeah, there's like a license agreement I think they've got with Speed Robo. I thought it might be like a pastiche of some other system. Okay, it's a great shop. They do singles, game nights, D&D. When we go, my wife just drops me off with pocket money. That's nice. You get pocket money. I have to spend my own. That's some sort of savage. No, I'm sure you do too. I'm just teasing. I just love the phrase, like a bloody savage or like a horse thief. I just think it's hilarious. I don't know what it is about it, but the number of times you'll hear me say in any sort of given week, I have to do the X like some sort of savage or some sort of horse thief. Just reminds me of my friend, an old friend from university who got me my first job in tech. And yeah, okay, it was a modest job in tech, but it got me in the door, got me in the industry, and I was very grateful for that. But yeah, he used to say that used to be his whole thing was, oh, okay, I have the option to hire staff if I want to. I'm just gonna keep my bills up to date. Ours is to. I can't not let that word through, if only because I'm an Austin Powers fan. We use it for food, things we like, etc. Yeah. I think that's quite a variant of that is quite a common one. I think not so much maybe the same every time, um, but yeah, 100%. That's a good one. I like that one. What are people's favourite phrases if you're out there in chat and you're not me or Albion? Because we've just weighed in on us. What are yours? What are some of your favourite phrases that don't really fit, but you do them anyway because they're funny? I say some sort of bloody savage or some sort of blooming horse thief is my most. Blimey, it's all kicking off in the old card display. I'm running out of change though. Oh, balls. Can't give you 50 extra P. What will the neighbours say? They'll say, where's my 50p? I'll be like, you can't have one. And that'll be it. End of the dialogue. Quite civil in a way. That'll be it. Done with. And it's climactic, really, isn't it? Right. Okay, no more space there. Do you know what? I'm going to need... I've just had it decimated. I'm going to need to pull a couple of packs. I'm glad I did that. Have I flipped? I have this funny feeling looking at it there. It looked like I'd flipped round. I'll say this camera's been playing silly buggers all week. I wouldn't mind, except it's the same setup I had last week and it worked fine. I just love the British way we use any noun after you as an insult. What, like you spatula? You spam hammer? You willy? That sort of thing, right? 390. Right, let's pop another couple in the old. Right, let's shift these. I just want them to go so they can go nice and cheap. Just the fodder can just go. Stuff I actually want to sell, as in like I want it to sell, that can go for a bit more. And the 67p is not exactly breaking the bank, is it? Oh, he's picking up a load of fodder. Let's keep an eye on what Cody managed to do. You spoon. I think absolute gives it real purchase. Do you know what? I've said this before, way back when, on the crazy train, and it's not any less true to this day. 11 years later, I love the word pillock. It is one of my favourite words, and that has not changed in 11 years. Pillock has that beautiful percussive power. Right, shop's closed. Now, why then? Okay, what have I got in the way of stuff on the shelf? Okay, that's fine. So then I've got cards. I have heard you use it a lot, so much so I've noticed. Yeah, I mean, like I say, I think it's a glorious word, pillock. And, yeah, I just never stopped using it in my life, and nor will I. I haven't done as good a job as plugging this one, I don't think, tonight. I will say, like I say, I hit a massive, that is a big milestone. I hit a concurrent viewer record of 5. I will take that. That is cool. I'm happy with that. It doesn't get me to affiliate, but to be honest, I find the concept of affiliate quite overwhelming, and so I don't know if I want to do it anytime soon. I would quite happily just plod along nicely as, you know, in the grand scheme of Twitch, a nobody, than get too kind of. I wouldn't want to get too. What's the word? Not famous, but too kind of busy too fast. I want to kind of get there a bit more organically. I will say, Albion, since you're here, and it might just be me and you, to be fair. It says 2, and I've got my phone open for the channel manager. For all I know, we are just it is just the 2 of us, and there's one other person, if at best, that it's very quiet. I didn't know if that arcade attack thing would turn into a bunch of sudden, what? Hang on. It's on. Is it in the wrong place? Do I need to put it maybe here? Stick it there. Yeah, I'll do it there. That's fine. Tell you what, I might as well just go and spray this chap myself. There you go. Oh, you didn't like that? Didn't like that, Pim? That'd be fair enough if it was. Shouldn't put it up him. It's not cricket, is it? It looked like he had one smelly pocket. Oh, that's a couple of times I've noticed that now. It looked like a little shimmer on their pocket that made it look like they've got a smelly pocket. Just the pocket smells, not them, not their clothes, not their boots, not their motorcycle. Just them. Whiffs a bit. Weird. Must just be a trick of the light. 1162. 2253. Oh, he's bought all my cleanser. Marvellous. That means I can stock the shelves with other stuff. 40 quid. Right, let's get these board games up. System gate. £40. £1.99, you absolute melt. Leave. Just giving him £2. That's just me being stubborn. Ba-bum. Yeah, I didn't know what it would do. Was hoping it may bring in 1 or 2, but you can only try. I think it did. So I say it's a rip roaring success. I think it got more eyes on the stream. I don't know if it's made a material difference to the fundraiser, which is obviously the main goal. But what? I'm being right. Okay. Huh. Okay. So somebody followed me earlier, and I said thank you to him. Oh, god damn! I'm trying to juggle too many things at once here. It's a multitasking nightmare. All right. Tell you what. Let me address him directly, if he's listening. Mr. Bassi. What would you like me to do with that? Just noticed that I've been missing your message. Apologies for that. I have been busy concentrating on putting on a good show, such as I can. If you're still listening, what would you like me to do about that? So maybe I can live he can live vicariously through me. Maybe that's the solution. He's on a train, or he's delayed by a lack of train, as I'm all too familiar with. I've been through it myself, know it well. Sympathy eternal. He wanted to come on the stream, not come on the stream. He wanted to join the stream and moan about it. However, he has been banned from chatting because he's not banned in the channel. Let me see if I can let him, because he actually raises a good point. Why do I do that? Let me see if I can remove that. So basically his complaint is that he can't chat for 24 hours after joining the channel, which actually, why is that? Why have I set that? That's silly. I've got to work out where the settings are. I'm going to fix that. Right, let me just... £18.71. I don't know why I didn't just pause the game so I can deal with this. Right. It is peculiar to be... Ah, here we go. Settings. Is this what I want? Profile. No. Preferences. I want the stream settings. How do I do channel? Is it channel manager? Stream manager. No, it's not, is it? It's not what I want. Is that what I want? Quick actions? No. I know what I want to do. Oh, hang on. He's buying a 40 quid board game. I'll make sure that's covered. Right, I'll tell you what. Let's fix this now. So. I need to open up Twitch. I'm going to fix this right now. Amraj, I hear you. I don't understand why I've done that. Oh no, I'm in the same settings. Channel and videos. Channel. I want follower settings. How do you do? I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Ah, here we go. Viewers must be 10 minutes is the most use. Right, fine. So now that has been changed. Okay, I'm going to let him know it's been changed. I might get more. Right, I think I fixed it. He can hear me because he's been heckling me from via another messenger. There it is. It works. Success. Yes, as I say, Emerald, apologies. I must have set that some time ago, if I'm honest, because I don't remember setting it. Which means I must have probably set that setting when I first created the channel nearly 2 years ago. Here we go. Goddamn southeastern trains. Yeah, I hear you, mate. I used to do. I know it well. Did a fair few journeys myself. Right, I need to order some stock. I'm running out of stock, and the people keep complaining there's no stock. Get some dice on the shelves. Cater to the nerds, as I rightly should. My sort of the earth, my people. Right. So yeah, to read back through the chat, it looks like you're having a bit of a mare, mate. I sympathise. this nice and symmetrical. Oh, there's somebody at the till. There's somebody at the till. Oh, look at... Come on. This is not fair, right? I keep stocking up the shelves. People are going, I'm looking for this. Maybe... Actually, maybe he's on something there. Right. There we go. Put that on there. So, why does your shop not resemble the Quickie Mart? Two reasons. So, there is a supermarket simulator game. I have not played it. I might have downloaded the prologue. I have a funny feeling I added the prologue to my library, in which case, I mean, that can always be a potential option. Oh, Daredevil. That can always be a potential option down the road in terms of other games to play. I have some fun ones in mind that I think would be good. I would be looking to play a pirate game. Generally speaking, I like simulators, management sims, tycoons, that sort of thing. That's my kind of jam. I will also say a Bethesda RPG is my happy place. So there is every good possibility that you might see Skyrim or Fallout turn up in the not too distant future. Have you tried Arcade Paradise? I have. I've played quite a bit of Arcade Paradise. I'm absolute crap at the games, but yeah, I have played a fair bit of Arcade Paradise, and I did enjoy it to a degree. It sounds weird to say. So, Arcade Paradise, for those who aren't familiar, is let's say, well, let's address this other question. Why does Southeastern still maintain hourly trains on their premiering high-speed service? That's a really good question. I don't know. It could just be reduced demand post-COVID. Been stuck on a platform for hours because of this. Also would have M. What's M mean? Was that the beginning of another sentence that got clipped off because you're just so darn mad? Just so darn vexed. Anyway, yeah, Arcade Paradise. So I played a decent amount of it, probably 10, 15 hours maybe, on, what did I play it on? Played it on the Xbox. I might have played a bit on I played a bit on the Switch as well. So I played it on the Xbox because it was free, and then I bought it on the Switch because it felt like a game that would play better on the Switch, and I'd enjoy it more. So I bought a cheap copy of the cartridge. And I'm glad I did, actually, because that's the kind of game I could see the cartridge becoming hard to get hold of in the future, because it's that kind of not quite... once again, right, there is a bloody... Turn on. It is on. What am I missing here? Right, so it's on, and it is ready to spray stinky people. Why does it not do its job? Oh, blimey, £72, look at that. So, premise of Arcade Paradise. You're a kid in a sort of little podunk town. You're not really amounting to anything, so your dad, in order to give you a kick up the backside and get some sort of discipline into you, sends you to run one of his laundrette branches, because he owns a chain of them. In doing so, you discover, behind the scenes, there's an arcade. And you realise, and this is the game, you realise that you can actually make some money running the arcade as an arcade, and the laundrette becomes secondary, which is fine. My problem is, with that game, I actually want to be able to improve the laundrette in a way that will free up my time to do more of the arcade stuff, and you can't quite do that in the game. It's not quite that. You never get to improve the actual laundry part of it, even to, make it easier to run the arcade bit. It just doesn't happen, which is annoying, because it means you can never kind of truly, or at least I can't truly jump off the laundrette bit to kind of run the arcade. But it is a fun game, I will say that. £66, look at that, it's a couple of big hitters today. But I need to get some stock to open up to get some new rare cards, because my rare card supplies are a little bit dwindly. I know what I mean. And breathe. Just let some of these punters file out. Albin, you've watched a few Twitch streams in your day. How am I vibing? Is it all kind of... Is it kind of as you'd expect it to be? My amount of watching is far in excess of my streaming, but not by as much as it probably should be. Right, let's get some more cards in. Get one of them. Get one of them. Get one of them. I'm just gonna... You know what, actually, I'm gonna get rid of the 4-box. I don't need the 4-box if I'm gonna order an 8-box. Good mate, enjoyable and engaging. Chat less shit than sees me be. No, that's not fair. That is one of, I think, his greatest strengths is how engaging that man is. I will. I'm not. I know you're not actually saying a bad word against him, but yeah, I've got a lot of time for that man. Miss him dearly. What is a Sees Me Pete? He is another streamer, Amraj. He is one of my oldest and nearest and dearest friends from many years past. And yeah, he used to do... what did he used to do? So he used to do miniatures painting, and he's very, very good at it. Managed to make it onto a few kind of dedicated YouTube channels because of his painting, because of the quality of his output. He won... What was the name of it? There's a tabletop game called X-Wing. It's the Star Wars one, and there was a channel that used to do themed painting competitions, and you can basically sort of, they would sort of look for people in the community who would be doing sort of X-Wing painting or sort of miniatures painting in general, and they would give them a theme and have them sort of, good-naturedly compete for plaudits, and they'd get. I think they got a little medal or a little trophy or something as a kind of token of recognition of their efforts. What mother name's their Chance SMB? It wasn't a full name. It was their stream name. I don't know. I don't know what the etiquette is in terms of, do you name the person with their real name? Obviously, I've made that very easy to decide on because I've gone with my actual name, because it's just a name that's kind of endured from years past. Always envisaged it being a bit like in Technicolor. It's like presented in Rob Wade Vision. It was never about suggesting I had any. Right. I think we're at a good amount of stock here. Your last name is Vision. No, my streamed last name is Vision. My real. It's in the same way as my wrestling name isn't. My real name isn't actually Ringside. Sorry to burst the bubble of anybody watching from that realm. £20.25. Pow. Cool, he's picked up a couple of cards. Lovely. Oh no, he's picked up one of the cards. £24. I think Albion is becoming more my real name. Well, certainly, I'm never sure when it comes to interacting with people on stream. I'm never sure if you want to use your real name on stream. So I know, especially Sees Me P, Can't See Must Paint was very particular about Doodle, and again, right, quite reasonably so. I get it. You prioritize vision as your stream name, no audio. Interesting. Well, I will say, of the 2 streams I've done for Stream for Mind, link is pinned in the chat. Of the 2 streams I've done for Mind, audio has not given me any problems. In fact, I've gone to great lengths to solve that because my last headset was, what's the word? Crap. In terms of the headset was good, but the output wasn't very good. I keep seeing it looks to me like there's a body in the wardrobe, just looming. But yeah, of all the things, of all the vectors I have, video has given me the most grief this week. There is a high chance that if someone was to guess my name, it wouldn't take long. That's fine. Video stream has been more engaging, though, right? Just saying. I mean, that's not for me to judge. What's interesting, though, actually, and maybe I have you to thank for this, even yesterday, I noticed this, but I caught myself doing this, even when, blimey, she wants a lot of sleeves, and 2 cards to go with it. Even when yesterday, I knew, deep down, that my camera wasn't working, because it wasn't lit up and anything like that, and obviously I couldn't see the preview that obviously I'm waving to you from here. Even with that in mind, I was still queuing to camera as if I was talking with it on and doing kind of the pure kind of the pure experience. So I acted as if the camera was on even when I knew it wasn't. So clearly you've had some effect on me in terms of dramatic positioning. 59. Judge. Video is always more preferable on Twitch. Something about it helps. It is, yeah. I mean, it's entirely a video medium in this case. I would contest that there are few things that are. No, I don't think there's anything on Twitch that would work in an audio format that isn't then released subsequently as a podcast. And you even have video podcasts nowadays, so you know, video's got its place. Never said otherwise. The ongoing debate is just which one do we like better. There's only one way to find out. Fight. Good old fidelity video has greater high fidelity video. Sorry, has greater importance. I mean, on Twitch it would be a bit weird of me to disagree, if I'm honest. You know, it's obviously got its place here. I think the next logical step for me will be a shop expansion in a minute. Mini painting, I listened to 3 hours of silence. But that's the thing, so Can't Sleep Must Paint was very, very good at providing good kind of background noise. Because I used to play a bunch of video games and listen to him talk. And didn't really need to watch what he was doing all the time. So I would sort of dip my, you know. The only reason I would ever have to stop playing the game. Did you not play that build during those hours? No, I mean, you know, sometimes silence is good. There are, in the same ways, you know. Sometimes there are times where you don't want to watch a video. Sometimes there are times where you don't need or want any audio. But, you know, if you've come to this expecting that to be one of those times with a man who commentates for a living, I say living, for a funsies, then probably the wrong stream for you. Good. Just putting card packs up some lady's back. Currently at Rochester Hurry Up train. No, he was, let's be honest though, sometimes he didn't paint for like 2 hours or 3 hours straight. That's true, he didn't. There was, yeah, it was like, can't sleep, must paint, and then can't paint, must engage. Like I say, I think, you know, I always admired greatly his ability to draw in and kind of, he curated a really beautifully kind of nice community. Um, some of the chats were very enjoyable, and trying not to just talk exclusively in innuendo in certain situations was very difficult. But then it always is. Wait, he has to read everything aloud? No, not necessarily. It makes for a more. I've always felt that when people are streaming, if there's a chat going on, it's good for you to sort of. If you talk about me, you mean? Then yeah, I've always felt that a more engaging stream has more audio, and specifically, if you think about it, if people are using it as background noise, they won't see the questions. My name is Rob Ringside, and you should come to Canterbury on November. Yes, you should come in November. It's the best. You should actually. Do you know what? Let me pull out the actual date, because you're right. We should plug that, shouldn't we? So I am Rob Ringside, and I've turned my bloody calendar off. November the 3rd. Yes. So my name is Rob Rings. So let's set that up properly. Greetings, stream fans. My name is Rob Ringside, and you should come to Canterbury on November the 3rd for Tables, Ladders, and Scares from UKPW. And I'll tell you what, right? I am genuinely buzzing. I'm so looking forward to that show. I have never had a chance, because of life getting in the way, I have never had a chance to go to Tables, Ladders, Scares. I cannot wait to see that match. It's going to be so good. Just so good. I mean, you think about the teams. I'm going to nerd out about British wrestling for a bit. So you think about the teams that are in that match, and some of the stuff we know they can already do in a normal ring environment. Then you add ladders. I mean, it's just going to be phenomenal. If you do any more local, let me know. Absolutely, mate. We will 100%. I will keep you posted, because actually, I probably should have a long time before now. We've done plenty of shows, and it's my apology that I haven't been very good at plugging them like we just did. But yeah, we're doing Canterbury on the 3rd, and Falconwood on the 24th. No, hang on. I went through this with Jack the other day. I messed up somewhere. Right. November the 3rd is Canterbury. 24th is Falconwood. Yes. Okay, fine. So Falconwood is the 24th. And then Ilford is the 30th. I got them mixed up last time around. I thought Falconwood was the 30th and Ilford was the 24th, but it's the other way around. So there are two known quantities of excellent show to come, because Falconwood is Showcase, which is essentially, I mean, Amraj, back me up. It's essentially the WrestleMania of UKPW, in terms of it's like the blow off storyline stuff. All this, like, some of the storylines get resolved, and then the new stuff starts you start planting seeds for the new stuff around that time as well. 24th of November. So yeah, 24th of November. December generally is an off month. I have plans to slightly tweak that this year. Blow off, that's another word for what is really? That is not a sex-based term. That is so, that is such an oversensitive correction. No, fart is a sex-related term. Other people's sex is weird. have to be said. Right, turn the lights on. So it's working then. Will you stop it? Stop it. There's nothing wrong with those. I'm fine with that one. I'm fine with that one. There we go. They're all fine. As far as I'm concerned, they're all a little bit silly rather than actually anything approaching what just happened? Oh, okay, cool. So I've got a bit more shelf space now. This is the only thing about it. Is sorry, Albion. I realised that I've released those messages in the wrong order now, and you look like you can't string a sentence together correctly. Apologies. I don't know if they've come through correctly on your side, but they look wrong on mine. That's the only thing that's annoying about this game is when you open up a new bit of shop space, it's the most awkward bit you can find. Like really, that corner there, alright. Seems a little bit strange to me, but anybody coming down the street? Might as well just close the shop. There we go. Everybody who's in is going to be in. And they can just, well, they can leave, can't they? Right, let's see what we've got in the way of DIY stuff. I want to save up for one of them soon. Only because workbenches allow you to build. What is it they allow you to build? I'm trying to remember. They allow you to build a... I remember what it is. You can build like a junk box, and you can sell essentially junk boxes of cards that you're not going to shift by themselves, or you just can't be bothered to because there's so many of them. Like the real sort of chaff stuff, you can box them up and sell them as a separate product, and so that can be quite handy. Right. Yeah, well, you're stinky, mate. Don't shake your head. Don't shake your head at me. Guy from Bad's Friends podcast. Can't remember his name. Oh, I've annoyed Heisenberg. What kind of barcode system are you running for your store? I actually don't know. It doesn't let you go into that much granularity. I've done a week. In an hour and a half. So clearly there was a slower burn on the first week of this shop's lifespan. Just going to rotate this. Gonna make some more space in a minute. Yeah, so there's not, like I say, there's not quite that much granularity on the old, on the shop itself. You are kind of restricted to a certain amount of. Oh, it's going to be really anal of me. There we go. I just want it to line up nicely. So I need it to just take a few. I haven't done a little opening in a while. Got some new ones. It's okay. It's not that exciting. I don't know why it got so excited. Once you've had a £200 card, you really don't get excited about the £12 ones anymore. Come on. Oh, hang on. Yeah, that's fine. Just go. Why can't they just pay with something under £5? Are you opening your own merchandise? You think you can get a license for plushies, but I think that's the worst thing a lot of these shops do is starts. What are the odds of success in winning this game? Want to gamble? No, I think it's too easy, to be honest. I think it's one of those games where you just keep playing. I don't know what the end game is on this one. It may not have one. It's another reason why you might see a game with a storyline turn up, like a Skyrim or something similar. Because like I say, Skyrim is my happy place. Bethesda RPGs in general, I love them. I literally saw somebody today describe them as, yes, they are a bit janky, but actually a game that size, you expect a bit of jank, and I couldn't agree more. I think that people are way too pessimistic about RPGs and just how many sheer variants of possibilities and different directions you can go in. I mean, even, pulled my first Enchanted Lorcan £100 plus. Nice one, dude. That's awesome. And that's the nice thing about TCGs is you can kind of, you are on a even footing in terms of opportunity to pull something cool just by you just get the right pack and it's yours. Come on, Rob Vision, gamble. Ugh. All right. Tell you what, let me serve a few customers and we'll figure out a way to make this interesting. Because actually, CodyCast has done something. So my friend CodyCast, who streamed this game first and made it catch my eye, did something quite fun with his, where he basically pulled, I think it was about 10 boosters off the shelf, and he bet on. He had a mechanism inside his chat because he's got more followers than me, and thus can put kind of fun widgets and stuff in, which, fair enough, more power to him. He's put the work in. What was I saying? I lost my thread. He had a thing where he could bet like channel points because he's got a affiliate account. Because he's very, very good at it, and also in fact he's so good at it he does work for Twitch as a part of his living. So he must be good. Boo-boo. Right. So what he did was he would gamble channel points on whether or not he'd pull a card over a certain value. Blimey. Bought a lot of stuff. 62.50. I keep saying I will at some point stop doing transactions and start making this interesting, but I haven't been able to stop. There we go. Right, empty boxes. Okay. Let me order some new stock. So I'll get a 64 of them. And a 64 of them. Get one of them. Get one of them. And so I'll unlock that as well. In which case I'll buy one of them and I'll get rid of the 4-pack. Okay. So I've got 64 card packs for this one, for the rares, and I've got 64 for the blues, which is the basic cards. I will take a number of cards from a number of boosters from the pack. Oh, for goodness sake, she's wandered through before it's sprayed. The stinky people are still pervasive. Don't care for this. Let's figure out a way to trap them. Perhaps kill them all. I don't mean that, do I? I don't know, maybe. Okay, that's my boxes stocked up. Right, let's... So what he would do is he would take a certain number of... Why couldn't it just be £25, you awkward pink-head woman? He took a certain number of boosters and he bet on how much he would he get a card over. I think it was £100 worth in value. And whoa, that's the thing that's funny about this game. This is another one where it's like a certain amount of jank just kind of gives it a bit of personality, a bit like Bethesda. Just when somebody buys a lot of stuff, it just kind of explodes onto the counter and sometimes just goes flying. It's kind of entertains me at least, but maybe I need to get out more. Although I imagine if you were to ask my wife if I could get out more, she'd probably say, well, you could certainly get out less. Have you set the game to CX mode for the stinky people? No, they are a standard feature. No, I think I would say that actually that's probably one of the realistic parts of this game is you do get. In fact, I've heard anecdotes of people like store owners chasing people around the store with deodorant, just like trying to spray them, which is kind of what I'm doing really by having my little entrance mode here. But like I say, it's not quite working as expected. It's on. Do you know, actually, if I move it here, I think I think I might be able to get past it without it going off. So we'll find out. I think that's a good place to keep it. I need to stick some cards up. But yeah, like I say, Amraj, this is, you know, actually quite a realistic interpretation of some tabletop gaming customers. They are not always a hygienic bunch, but they're often very nice. I used to work in cash converters and we each had a can of air freshener behind the stations. I can totally believe that. No problem believing that at all. Some people just... I mean, I encounter it. I've encountered it before when I've worked in places. Some people just don't sweating. And some people, like, oh, there was this one guy, I remember, my first job out of university, I worked in a retail store, and there was a guy that was so notorious and so just, I think he had some, concerns that made it so that it was the least of his worries. But apparently he was in the queue once and somebody just said, I'm really sorry, and then just vomited because he was so kind of repulsed by the smell. Because it was like, you had to really adjust. You had to kind of really get used to it and fast because it was really potent. 55. But they are mostly crackheads. Oh, that's fine then. Okay, that's nice and empty. £62, 41. 58 pence. She's paid with a fiver. Of course she bloody is. Not sure if anybody saw my passive-aggressive paying back 42p in pennies earlier. It's quite a common one, it seems, with people who play this game. They get very, very irate that people pay in small chat for small items with big money, and then they very I would say the only thing that's completely unrealistic about this is you can just leave stock in the middle of the floor and it's still there when you go to it. There's no shoplifting of any kind, and there's also no haggling. Oop, press the wrong button. Let's press tab, press Q. That's better. Right, I'm going to put another small cabinet. I'm going to get another metal rack. I need to put some more shelves up. Okay, let's clear that out. Let's fish in the... That's the other thing, as well as you can just leave furniture in the middle of the street. The council don't come bother you to move it along or anything. Ah, for goodness sake, it's not working. Why isn't it spraying the stinky people? I know it's Codicast had a problem with this when he was playing, but he had two like, next to each other. I need like a snaking ticketing mechanism to sort of have them forced to. Do you just air drum? That guy. It seems to be. It's firing off spray, so it's clearly doing something. It's just they must be walking past it too fast or something. It's annoying. Right, so comes time in every stream where I start thinking about when the next one's gonna be. So I'm thinking Friday, and I'll tell you for why. Tomorrow, I feel it's only fair that I take a break. Not just for for myself. Breaks are important. See, we're talking about we're donating to mental health charities here. That's the whole purpose of this exercise. It's not to double my follower count. That is a nice bonus. So we're here to raise money for mental health. So breaks are important, and so I'm going to be happy to take a break on Wednesday, and then on Thursday I'm actually out, busy already. So, and that was booked a while ago. So, I don't particularly want to move it for this, even though I'm enjoying this, and I am. I'm having a lot of. It's just nice to play PC. So rarely give myself a chance to play it, and when I do at the moment, it is pretty much exclusively Steam Deck because I can take that to bed. And my word, is it a good bit of kit if you want to do sort of evening gaming. And actually, the LCD one I've found doesn't really mess with my sleep like I would expect. My OLED Switch, on the other hand, has caused, I think it's fair to say, issues there. Oh, hello. You want to buy a card? 41p. Oh, you've paid with £1. My God. It is possible. There is the functionality. Are you still here? Why are you still here? Alright, well I'm just going to stock up the shelves. So, start stacking chairs around you in a minute. Actually looks sad now. I feel terrible. Whoop. Right. Let me just be unequivocally unambiguous here. It has been closed for some time. Why are you still here? Do you know what? It's for mind. It's for mind. Let her be. Right. Okay, so I have 8 boosters in my hand. Will I pull? This is the rare card pack. Will I pull a card worth more than £100? Place your guesses in the chat. And we'll see. So I'm going to make a start. No. So Albion says no. Based on that first pack, I'd be inclined to agree. Not even a new one. Not even a card that's new to me. That one was garbage. Make them buy something, become a star. There is I do have a game. £20. That's not terrible. I do have a game called Espresso Tycoon on my Steam library, so that could end up finding its way into the mix as well. I don't know if it's any good or not, because I just bought it. I don't tend to, well, with some exceptions, I guess, I don't tend to audition games for stream. £17, not not the shabbiest, but not exactly £10. £20. There's some good ones. Nope, you were right, Albion. Oh my God, you're still here. I just opened loads of packs. You're still here. All right. Shall we just start moving tables around her? Do you know what? Let's just start a new day. I don't think she's going to move. Profit minus 700 because of upgrades. I'm spending a lot of money on upgrades. This is the thing. But then at the same time, you only pay that once, and it's worth it because then you can do all the other. You can stock a wider variety of stuff. Although all I've done so far is just stock up with more of the same. But that's because I'm stupid. That's because I'm a profound idiot. So here's the thing, right? That's making me a little unsettled. As I say, I've done very well out of this in terms of, I've got more followers. So it's gone up to 21, I think, from 10. Spray deodorant into her eyes. You can. In fact, you know what? You're right. I need to order some more cleanser. I need to take action into my own hands with the stinky people. Right, you. Big show. What's mad is, if you put this back in the box, people will just buy it at full price, even though you've taken, like, in some cases, you could probably wear it down to an absolute nub, and people will still pay the full shebang. Oh. How long are you streaming for tonight? I actually don't know. Like yesterday, I did about 2.25 hours. That took me through to about 11 o'clock. I think I probably could see myself doing the same thing here because this game is very easy to get absorbed into. 14:35. But lucky you don't have to go too deep into the mechanics of running a store, like, marketing plans. Get out. Oh, they do it on the way out. That's not good. Open more. The itch is real. You're getting the second-hand itch, I suspect. You want to get that checked. Right, let's do 3 more. Because you're right. This is part of the fun. And having people just phase walk through you as well is always fun. Be right with you, sir. Or madam. Can't tell from the legs. 91. Banging. You're one of those people that test the entire can in Tesco's, aren't you? No. No, in fact, I very rarely test anything. I've got so much of it out of my career. I'm done with testing. I'm fed up with it. I just like to, outside of work, caution to the wind, baby. £9.59. 50. No, 60 is fine. I won't. If I fall apart over that penny, I've got bigger problems. Oh, £10 exactly. There you go. Face it towards the door. Oh, as in rotate. Can you rotate it? Oh, yeah, you can, can't you? Is that what it... How does it work then? I don't know. Right, this is the test. Yes! It didn't do the job. It doesn't do it fast enough. I bet that's what it is. Get out. Clean or leave? Okay. But yeah, there are all sorts of simulator games like this. There are like Criminal Simulator, Motorbike Mechanic, PC Building Simulator is one of my favourites. That's quite fun. That played really nicely on the Steam Deck as well. So yeah, for those joining or kind of bouncing in and out of the stream, I am streaming for Mind. That is not a body in my cupboard. Jumped from one extreme to another there. It is just, I can't quite see from here, but it looks like it's just a suitcase on the top shelf, and then a shelf, and then the beginnings of a set of hung up jumpers and shirts, because that's my wardrobe. Nobody there. I've got some time to lay out the shelves a bit. Right, be the good card. Jerk. Ah, double jerk. Clean and jerk. It does happen to everyone and isn't a big deal. We're having a body in the cupboard. Oh, for goodness sake. Just extra penny if I have it. It's a nice jaunty little bit of music. My £100 card is still very much there. Don't care for this. That's a nice card. Just from an aesthetic point of view, it's quite pretty. Oh, card. £21. Whoa. Can't work that card machine. Charge them 570 quid. Oh, he bought the £100 one. Banging. You, sir, may stink. £3.18. GTT. Oh, he's had a card. Place that while he's not looking. Look at this. Flying off the shelves, these cards. Can't keep them stocked up fast enough. £7.21. Mr. Wade, any ideas on a D&D Halloween side quest I could run? Or I'll tell you what you could do. You could do. Is this for if this is for straightforward D&D? What about they go to a town. There's a Halloween festival on. We call it whatever you like. Spooky, a spooky themed festival on. They go into there's talk that there's a kind of haunted house that's not really seen as a real thing, and it turns out to actually be a haunted house. And they fight ghosties. Yeah, off the top of my dome, that is what I've got in the way of ideas. I'm going to go up to the next slot. £18. Oh, I could put. Oh, I'll tell you what I could do. Keep stock behind there. Made it a bit of a. That doesn't sound very exciting. Cool. What if I had Scooby-Doo game minis? You could totally have a group of like people who are kind of traveling Ghostbusters essentially, sort of hoax busters. But in D&D, obviously, you could have it so that they're real. They're just the Mystery Machine gang, but they're just D&D classes. But I almost feel like it'd be funnier if they were frauds and weren't expecting it to actually turn out to be really haunted. My world is a multiverse. Okay, good. Perfect. You can probably, if you haven't already got some, from the subject of TCGs and collectible mechanics, WizKids made some Scooby-Doo HeroClix. And in fact, I may put them on stream at some point, because I think I've got them in a box fairly easy reach, so I might show them off at... we have Banana Knights, Anthropomorphic Animals, and Noir Detective Ducks. Perfect. If you haven't already heard it, Albion, there's a podcast you might really like that's doing an arc at the moment. It's called the podcast is called The Adventure Zone. And the arc they're doing at the moment is called Abnormals, and it's all basically like a world where every sort of animal is like a biker mice from Mars that's sort of anthropomorphic muscle-bound fool, and they're just like a new superhero outfit. Right, so the only thing I would have to do. Oh no, I can get in there. No. Nice, I'll add it to the list. Yeah, The Adventure Zone's the podcast. Abnormals is the arc that I would recommend. It is closed. Stinky people just don't care, do they? Just don't care. I marked myself as closed. Well, that seems to be a bug to me. Thanks for a great stream, Rob Vision. Has been greatly entertained. Oh, I'm glad you liked it, Amrod. Appreciate that. Kind of you, sir. You're very welcome on any of my streams, as always. Feel free to join, hopefully, when you're next in a position to. It won't be, because you're severely delayed at the hands of British rail infrastructure. It'll just be because you just fancy it. Right, let's see what we got. Finish the day with a few pulls.
Let's pop these back on. Oh, hang on, I want to spin that back round, don't I? That looks more or less right, except it's not flush. There we go. Oh, me on my terrible journey home. I feel your pain, Amrosh. Like I say, I've been on many a delayed journey. Probably the worst one I remember. In fact, actually, I ended up having to. It brings it full circle to the story. I had to stop back in. I had to go all the way to Dartford, and my wife had to drive over from Rochester, where we lived at the time, and pick me up from Dartford because the train from Victoria wasn't leaving, and the only train that was going in the vague direction of Medway was Dartford, and I had no means to sort of reconnect with the other side of it. There we go, more profitable day, and that was with an update as well, because I'm pretty sure I unlocked the shop expansion at that point. Right, let's get some more board games in. First things first, pay my bills off. And then, where did I find the board games? Tabletop. Here we go. System gate number 1. Let's get 5 packs of 2. Right, let's get some commerce. Pays for the bloody fiver. What a tool. Somebody's bought a board game. About to ring this up. £15.35. Oh, got a card. Oh, hang on, one of these cans is empty. Must be all that fuck all it's doing. Well, I think so far, Abby, and I presume you're still with me, and Raj perhaps too, I think this whole streaming thing has been a rip-roaring success in terms of a lovely time. I'm certainly, as I say, certainly enjoying the presence of a bit more PC gaming in my life. The only pain of it is I feel this may be just a personal guilt thing, but I always feel bad that, Mum has to take the baby more, especially because she's just getting very spirited because she's growing up. She's learning to sort of regulate her emotions, and as you might imagine from a baby who's not yet had a chance, she's doing a piss poor job at it. But loving her bits, just beyond measure. Oh, hang on, let's go for him 250s. That's the kind of shop you'd go back to, isn't it? The thing is, I'm too honest. It's happened to me before, where something's rung up wrong, or I remember once I went to, I think it was Curry's. But why would it have been Curry's? I don't think they were open still. But it was in Chatham, I remember that. I think it might have been a closing down branch of Curry's, back when they had one. I'm just going to go 19. You're like, I'm with this customer or whatever. I went in there and I sort of picked up a couple of games in their bargain bin. I remember I think it was NBA 2K. It was like an NBA 2K game. It was super cheap because it was deep discount and it was, £5 or something. I thought, you know what? I don't like basketball enough to buy a full-fledged NBA game, but for a fiver I could be tempted. So I put it in my basket or whatever the equivalent was. I took it to the till and they didn't ring it up. And I could have just walked it away and said, thank you very much. But I didn't. I said, you haven't rung that in. And there was a woman who was she was gobsmacked by that behind me in the queue or somewhere. She said, you could have just said nothing and had that for free. I was like, well, yeah, but it's not right, is it? £59.08. God blimey, it's getting a bit out of control. 37p. At least she paid with the right money. 60, £47.11, £12.89. Just hold it. £13 off you go. Right. Did I order? Oh yeah, I did order some stock. Keep forgetting this gets left in the middle of the street. There's no particular rhyme or reason to my... Oh, hang on. There's items in the box. Is there one left? Ah, there was. I forgot. Yeah, of course there was already one on the shelf, wasn't there? Pillet. First time chat. Ash Lacour. Hey mate, hope you're doing well. You probably know this, but when you increase the items to gain profit, if you click round, you don't have to then give away odd change. That is a good shout. I should probably do that. I had noticed that was a thing, but I haven't used it nearly enough. Also, hello mate. Nice to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate that. I noticed you follow yesterday. Very grateful, of course. I was talking earlier on in the stream about how it's taken on a very strange turn in comparison to what I was expecting, because I was thought that the sort of impetus on the people who are viewing would be to donate to the charity bit, but actually I've picked up loads of new followers out of it, so I feel a little bit torn, because on the one hand that's obviously what you want from streaming. You want sort of to do it for a wider audience and to have a group of people to engage with. Obviously, if it's friends, so much the better. If it's long-time friends, like I think everybody else sort of had on here, it's been people I've known for a while. I'm just going to fill this up with this cloud bastard. Mainly because the hell? All right, that's weird. Okay, fine. I won't do that then. I'll just have odd stuff for the trading cards. That's fine. Well, I'm awake while the rest of the lot sleep on holiday. Oh yeah, of course. Last time I saw you, you were about to pack for the next. I think you were packing for it the next day, weren't you? Were you? Did you suffer much from the evening? Even in terms of tiredness, I know you weren't particularly heavy on the bar, but yeah, I was a little worse for wear the next day. Not massively so, but certainly I felt a little bit tired, and I don't think the wrestling show I did the next day was my best work. And I told Alex as much. Crazy, I've known you for 9 years now. That is crazy. But, you know, at the same time, it's been lovely, isn't it? Lovely 10. Nearly 10. No, not me, mate. No alcohol past these lips, the wife have. Yes. Yeah. She is, you don't need telling, mate, but, yeah, that's a treasure right there. She's wonderful. I've forgotten how funny she is. Like I say, you don't need me to tell you that. You've known it all your life, I suspect. But yeah, she's so funny. Let's get 5 of these. Because it's actually quite a nice way to stock the shelves up. Especially as this... Oh no, he's not a stinky chap. He might have been at some point. Yeah, a bit of extra change. You're a diamond, mate. Thanks for that. Well, no, it's my, you know, it's not any great surprise. Like I said, I just think I've forgotten how funny she is, and on the train back especially, I was cracking up. And I can't remember what it was I said to you that broke you, but that was a, you know, evening highlight was whatever I said to you that made you sort of put your head in the air about. I remember the punchline. I don't remember the setup. The punchline was, but then I'm deeply closeted. But I can't remember what I set it up with. That's the only pain of it. I think I need to just hire a Saturday staff member to just get them in and stock shelves for me. Oh, hang on. I think I've just lost out there. Do they just... Hang on. There you go. So it works on... it works on the higher priced items. Anything over £1, I think it works on. £2.10. Probably put lights on. Can't remember the setup it got me though. It certainly did. But yeah, that's part of the fun, isn't it? It's a highlight for me, that sort of reaction. Right, let's have a look, see what I can pull in the way of restocking my card thing. I think I might save up for the workbench next. Build the junk packs. Certainly when I watched Cody Cast, that was a significantly more lucrative way of doing stuff and getting rid of some of the chaff. Oh, you absolute knob. You're doing a great job, mate. Heading off. Have a good one. Thank you, sir. Much appreciated. Enjoy your the rest of your holiday. I look forward to hearing all about it next time I see you. Really? You have to put these on one sleeve at a time, do you? Need to do a big old order. Get some more stock in. I'm running out. I'm running out of everything. Hang on. That's the one you were doing, isn't it? Just take it as you did. What that is. That's the Four Horsemen. That one. No idea. It's nothing offensive, so it doesn't really matter. There you go around. It's 9 o'clock. I can close the store with credibility, and you can all sod off. Oh, that was already. Let's go down. So yeah, I'm thinking for next stream, Friday is the day. The game. The game, I'm not sure yet. There's loads of stuff I want to play. Like I said, I downloaded and made sure that Tropico 6 is on here. Because I do like a Tropico game. I just like, say, management sims, tycoon games. Love them. They're so good. I did it again. What's in the box? What's in the bags? 9. Alright, fine, let's stick them in here. Cool. Alright, so that's now some boxes emptied. Might order some more stuff. Haven't got enough to get another stock line. Let's stick some D&D dice in. I haven't had those in a while. And then the other ones can go on that bottom shelf. And then I'll call it a trading day. I think I might make it the last trading day that I do. So day 17. After day 17 into day 18, I'm going to go to bed. Starting to feel the effects of a 2.5 hour stream after a day of work and the previous day's 2.25 hour stream. It's only the pain. I think I had this theory that if you're going to go back and catch up on a stream after it's been done, the longer the stream, the more off-putting that is, and the less likely you are to actually do it in the end. So I do think it might be a double-edged sword to do the longer stuff, the longer form. Because on the one hand, it's obviously more engaging for the live audience, but for the after-party audience, might be off-putting. But that's maybe why people chop it up when they put it on YouTube and export it and stuff. Maybe that's why they do it. I don't pretend to understand how successful people do stuff. Swatted it like King Kong. King Pong. See what I did there? Just genius. How do I come up with this stuff? Oh. 18? Nice, got a Steam achievement for cleaning smelly people. Awesome. I haven't felt this validated for cleaning since Power Wash Simulator. that's one that, if it wasn't for the fact I'd already played it through, would be a perfect chilled out stream game. And I know because it was. At one point I used to use it as a chilled out stream game until I finished it. But yeah, that was the point before my daughter was born. That's how long ago I played Power Wash. Crikey. Time does fly, doesn't it? Crazy. Crazy. I mean, Crazy Train's 11 years old. See, it went through it's gone through a long period of not being updated. But, the thing I've always found, I've said this to Brad, I've talked about this in quite a great deal of length. I don't always, there's a reason there's never like an official last episode of Crazy Train or Gamecast or whatever. In fact, even Talk Star Wars, which hit a milestone, never actually had a final episode, because then you're done, aren't you? You're guaranteed to be done. You can't ever decide you want to do it again. Just feels unsatisfying. I will say, with that said, I can't, much like the reason I didn't, pick Talk Star Wars back up, I can't see a path forwards to bringing that one particular one back. I have hung up the mic for the last time. Is that, when you say hung up the mic, do you mean you won't podcast anymore, or do you mean all kind of creative content that you produce? Because I always found your terrain construction streams interesting, because I would just kind of get into what you were doing with it. Because obviously, as I've said before, I would always kind of a great deal of envy of your creativity when it comes to being able to build that stuff. And I mean, just being able to craft in general is a skill I admire greatly, because I am woeful at that sort of thing. No podcasting, fair enough. Well, that's good. I think there's a bit of a gold rush that's kind of long since passed with podcasting. I think it's widely understood now that, as I've been saying for some time, privately, admittedly, so I can't guarantee, you can take or leave if you believe me or not, but celebrities have kind of, it's not even ruined podcasting, they've just filled it. It was already a gold rush in terms of people trying to sort of make it big, but up against the established players that had already been around for years. And then celebrities got involved, and now comedians just have podcasts as part of their portfolio. Don't know about the terrain streams, to be honest. I was fed up of doing all the work. Well, if you want to make nice terrain, it comes at a cost, and the cost is, time and energy and effort. But I'm not going to say I miss that part of it, because that'd be a lie. I don't do the odd lies. I'm honest to a fault kind of guy, for better or worse. Let's make that line up a bit nicer. Getting angle again. I mean, the podcasting terrain is cathartic. I mean, the actual building of terrain, yeah. I mean, I thought you meant the sort of act of putting it live, like thinking about the stream and sort of keeping up with the chat and stuff can be a bit of a meh. I know exactly what I would do were I to. I mean, obviously, I've kind of, if you're talking about creative projects, I suppose I am in a way at the moment. I have come back and done something. Obviously, I wasn't always doing Twitch, so I'm back doing that. But I know exactly what I'd do. I'd want to do actual play like Critical Role, but but not Critical Role. British version. Basically, more like Mystery Quest. but not necessarily horror systems. They're very in their niche in a very in a very good way. I enjoy their show a lot, but yeah, that'd be fine. Oh, you knob! Just give him the tenner back. Fine, a few more pennies, whatever. But yeah, I'd want to do like a D&D style actual play podcast, but with a different system. Because D&D is great, but it's played out quite heavily. And obviously, there's a lot of really good shows doing really good stuff with D&D. You don't need another one, I don't think. So I'd look to put a different system in place in terms of which one I'd run and actually play with. Beyond that, I don't know. Oh, nice. That's lovely. I actually got a message from Mind. That's not a backwards way of doing it, but there you go. I just thought of a way to make the stream, to make the carpool stuff interesting. But it's a meta. It makes it interesting in the meta. It's, oh, my campaign, we play fast and loose with rules, it's more narrative. That's fine. There's a lot of systems that actually lend themselves very well to that. Anything that's kind of apocalypse world is very much designed to be more narrative. There's a show. Bloody hell, there's a show. If you like horror systems, there's a show called Get in the Trunk, which is Glass Cannon, which is my favourite network of all the sort of podcast producers. They're a sort of New York and Boston based American outfit, and I adore them and I patronise them. I know what I mean. Um, but they're brilliant, and they've got a show which uses a game system called Delta Green, which is basically a cross between Call of Cthulhu and the X-Files. And my God, it's so good, so good. The first, I think two series for in full are free on Spotify. They've just, I think, started releasing the third, and the third is very different. But yeah, it's just such a great production, and they really get into the spirit of like the kind of narrative, and they're all kind of theatre actors and stuff in their real lives and playwrights and things. So they're all kind of keen to do the best job they can for the performance, and it just makes it so much better. Nice, just followed. Yeah, I mean, one more thing for us to bond over, mate. If you enjoy it. Yeah, 2 minutes, 2 hours 30. Yeah, it's nice that I've got a message from somebody at Mind saying saying thanks for streaming. It's lovely. That's what you want, isn't it? Yeah, it's funny that I'm getting some views on the socials. It's not translating in the way I was hoping into donations to the actual charity. But that was what I was about to say. Is what I've discovered I could make interesting is I could base it on, okay, if I pull, um, you know, do like how many the rarity of the cards I pull is like if I pull an over £100, I'll give £10 to the charity or something. Two of my favourite silly actual plays are Dungeons and Daddies and Dum Dums and Dragons. That does sound like fun. I've heard good things about Dungeons and Daddies, but I've just never got a chance to get into them. I've just got so many shows on. I mean, Glass Cannon Network alone is half a dozen, I think, that I've already kind of binged through. 40 quid. Look at that. Right. Oh, hang on. What? Nobber. Oh, hang on. Get out. Oh, you on the other hand, you can stay. Right. 15 minutes more of the game day. Once the game day ends, I'm going to call it a night. 2 hours 40 is a good amount of streaming. I think I've done plenty to... And yeah, it's been fun. I've had a lot more fun. I have to say, I have been doing this secretly. I say secretly. It's not been a secret. It's just I've not been making a big deal about it. I have been streaming for a couple of weeks again, and just doing little streams to just kind of get more hours under my belt, more thing. And I've been talking to nobody, and I can do it because obviously I'm Rob Ringside, but there is an item on it. There we go. I'm a wrestling commentator. I'm accustomed to, or I have to be accustomed to, talking just to kind of fill space and sell what's going on as the most interesting thing you'll see all day. But it is much better. Obviously, I'm very grateful to you, good sir, and good sirs and madams, who've kind of come along and engaged in the chat because it's way more interesting. I can do the solo stuff, but it's way less interesting and way less fun. Right, Stinky Man, leave. So we're going to go for shop expansion 3. What's shop lot B? Unlock shop B. Right, cool. We're going to unlock that to finish the day off. Right. I'm going to make that game set and match, I think, for this one. I'm going to go and have a well-earned night's sleep. Let's auto-save, that's fine. Right. Peace out, homie, G-Dog. Well, appreciate it. So, thank you to especially Albion Craft, Amraj Bassi, Ash Core, my engaged chatters for this evening. But thank you to everybody who's kind of tuned in and had a watch. And I'm very grateful to, given that the thing to keep you humble is to remember that whenever you're making content nowadays in 2024, it's been true for years, you're up against every piece of media that has ever been created for somebody's attention. If you get people's views on it, be grateful, for Christ's sake. So, I am grateful, with that said. And, the link is pinned in the chat, where to go, justgiving.com/page/RobWadeVision-mind is the place to put your pennies. Let's raise some money for mental health and improve people's lives, as I hope I've done for you, whether it's for 10 seconds or the full 2 hours 45. Appreciate your time and wish you good night and good